I think Wrexham is a really exciting place to be just at the moment. There's lots to offer. There always has been a lot to offer. But just sort of actually that increased profile and the fact that there is so much more going on in terms of what you can see and where, what you can do. Great place to come and a great place to invest as well, because there are sort of businesses that are just ready for a sort of new investment and lots of opportunities.
There's a massive buzz in Wrexham at the moment. I mean, leave the football team aside for one moment, just talk about city status and city culture. Over the last 2 years coming out of COVID, the buoyancy in the passion that's coming out of the town is there, and the football club is just bolstering that and making it even bigger and better. So it's been incredible the last 2 years. It's been brilliant.
We've been open now for just over 5 years, and I started this business because there was nothing quite like it in Wrexham area. Even though a lot of people told me it wouldn't work in Wrexham and told me to hop over the border, I knew I definitely wanted to open it up in my hometown. And then since then we've created over 12 staff I've got working for me now. 3 of them have been with me for over 3 years. Lots of them are doing MVQs. I've got 4 full-timers and about 8 part-timers, which is great. Obviously, the football is helping us massively, but not just that. Just before the football kind of erupted, you could see that Wrexham was growing. The Fat Boar opened just before me, then I opened, and since then we've probably had about 8, 9 new businesses open, bars, restaurants, tea pub, chapter court starting, like all these little things are just helping the city now to grow, which is just amazing.
We love to have new talent come through the doors, and there's a whole array of opportunities for them, from kitchen to front of house to housekeeping to bar staff. And we like to bring people on, and we've done it with a few members that have been with us since day one. The face-to-face contact that they are subjected to when they come to work in a customer-facing role really brings them on quite quickly. We do get a lot of shyer, nervous young people that maybe haven't worked in this sort of environment before. We often start them maybe out back, where they can observe the way that we do things under our watchful eye, and then slowly but surely, as they're ready, we'll slowly bring them forwards to the front of house. We often find that they're ready to come forward and often ask us if they can. Start them with waiting on jobs, perhaps following around the waitresses and the managers, and then eventually maybe getting them into a bar job and training them as fully fledged bar members.
I think that when people see Wrexham as the things like Focus Wales that was on the weekend, if you see that type of stuff going on in town, that you want to be here, there's people coming from all over now in there, it's not just people coming from Chester or this or whatever, it's people from overseas, and it's that is exactly what we want to see, because we have seen it not like that, and we don't like that, do we? We want it like it has been in the last with the football, with Focus Wales, and it's just stuff like that, we want it gradually every weekend,
We're obviously very lucky that we're on a farm, so we've got lots of space, but I think wherever you are in Wrexham at the moment especially, it's a great place to be for people to come in and spend time. We really try and work with other businesses in the area as well, so we don't just offer a stay but try and offer an experience while people are here. So there's obviously lots of leaflets, and we give lots of recommendations for people to go to places like Llangollen, or if they want walks, there's obviously Allen Waters, Nant Mill, lots of places like that we recommend. And then we actually try and tie up with local businesses to offer them discounts. So we have a discount with a local kayak company, and we also have a discount with a local pub that's in Wrexham. So yeah, I think it's a fantastic area, and lots of businesses are willing to work together to offer the guests that come into the area the best experience possible.
Wrexham at the moment is on the global stage. And we've got the football club to thank for that, and especially the Hollywood owners. We now have lots of people from overseas. Just last night we had a group from America, last weekend we had some from Canada, and they see Wrexham on the documentary and then they've gone, we want to go there. They're invested in it. And I think even more so now as Wrexham is out there and people are seeing it, it is going to attract more people into the city centre. And I think hopefully this will help now with the regeneration of Wrexham city centre.
I think TPAB's got an interesting role in terms of tourism because we're very rooted in the local community. So I would say that our reputation has been built on excellent in terms of our local engagement. And what we've seen now 5 years in is that it's that excellence in terms of local engagement that is now attracting a wider audience. So I think what we've done is, rather than try to replicate what might happen at a gallery in Liverpool or Manchester or even London, we've started really with, okay, so what is it that's specific about Wrexham? So part of that is the fact that we have a market in TPAUB, and how do we build a programme that really feels true to Wrexham and build those relationships with local people. 5 years on, TPAUB's got that really strong identity in terms of being locally rooted and for socially engaged art practice, and we're now finding that that reputation is bringing in visitors from wider and further afield. So we were shortlisted for Art Fund Museum of the Year last year. We've got a very noticeable difference in all kinds of ways in terms of where people are travelling from to come to TPAUB. So for our exhibitions, you know, we regularly get people travelling from Manchester, Liverpool, even as far afield as London. We get a lot of research visits as well, so people who are interested in establishing cultural organisations that are locally rooted but internationally facing. So from other local authorities, from other people working on kind of cultural projects, we get a lot of visits.
Incredibly important for Explore to be within the town centre. It raises our visibility, makes science a lot more accessible to everybody within Wrexham, so that we can be seen as you're passing by. You can look in through the windows and spark that curiosity early on, and then people can come inside and find out what we do. And I think that's a really important way of breaking down barriers. There's definitely been more international visitors, having much more of a bright, vibrant feel to the city centre, and having more of a cultural offer for people to come and spend some of their sort of cultural time and money in the city centre rather than elsewhere. It's become more of an attraction to stay within Wrexham now.
One of the good things about doing Focus Wales in the city centre is it clearly directly benefits the city centre itself. It's very important to us. I'm really pleased that one of the outcomes of Focus Wales is the economic benefit that we're able to create for businesses in the city centre through hosting an event and bringing so many people in to come and watch. So, you know, and that's not just the venues that we use. It's the other businesses around that. So, you know, obviously we fill all the hotels up for Focus Wales. There's all of the other businesses that benefit around, like the, you know, nighttime refreshment, if you like, the other bars and pubs, because there's lots of visitors coming in and using all those places, even the ones that don't host our music. And then the wider benefits, the other shops and, you know, and other sort of businesses. And then, you know, we create that busy environment, and then there's a lot of other things that come along with that, isn't there? So hopefully we contribute a small amount to the tourism industry then, and maintaining, you know, jobs and reasons for other people to be employed. So not just in our direct activities, we obviously contribute then to helping give businesses to hotels and so on, and restaurants, which obviously have their own employees, and then, you know, the economic benefit that we're able to create obviously isn't as direct, but we're part of that ecosystem in the city centre that is generally about supporting the events and hospitality and tourism industries.
The Dee Valley is the perfect sort of outdoor recreational sort of ground. I came here about 17, 18 years ago. There's very few places in the UK that you can be mountain biking, rock climbing, whitewater kayaking, canoeing within sort of 10 minutes of your doorstep. So that's why I chose this. And it is the perfect place to take people out. We've got lots of strong links with accommodation providers in the Dee Valley area as well as sort of Wrexham County. We also try and use sort of locally sourced sort of produce, buy stuff in for our cafe, and the importance of using local stuff is these are our friends, they're people in the community that we work with, and they're our client base. Word of mouth is our biggest sort of resource and our main sort of advertising. So we look after the people and they look after us in turn. It just builds a really nice, strong community with the people around us.
This job is probably one of the best jobs you could have if you want to meet people. I've met a lot of people in life through hospitality, through working in bars, pubs, restaurants. It's a very good platform to communicate with people and make friends, and also help with your personal development and your personality. People want to see somebody with a smile, and it's that performance. Why pay £8 for a cocktail when they can make it at home for a fraction of the price? Or they can go to another cheap bar and just have it given to them. They pay to have that little bit of entertainment as well. And that really helps with people, especially young people who maybe need a little bit more help in expressing themselves. And I think hospitality is a really good platform for that.
I don't think you can go wrong with working in hospitality. You can do it around your studies, you can study whilst you're working, you can meet so many different people, all different walks of life, that really builds your confidence and just really helps you to just experience different people and all walks of life.
The business community in Wrexham is really supportive, so we all work together. When we need each other, we're always there supporting each other. It's not really competition, although there is competition, of course. But Wrexham's such a small community that we're all there for each other regardless, you know. I think hospitality in Wrexham is going from strength to strength as well.
I think this is the moment for Wrexham, isn't it? There's so much happening, you know, everything with the football and what's happening here at TPAO, it feels like we're just on the up. And I think the message I would have to students is you don't have to move away, you really don't have to move away. I didn't think I was going to base myself in Wrexham, but the opportunities just have come. There's a really interesting cultural identity here, you know, with us having the Welsh language. I think it's the perfect time to really, you know, look around you and see what are those opportunities to develop a career right here. It's a really great moment.
This year, what I thought was brilliant was we came straight off the back of Wrexham football team's victory parade, you know, through the streets of Wrexham, and obviously there's tens of thousands of people lining the street there. And it was brilliant to go straight from that major event with all that kind of attention on it from around the world into our, you know, sort of signature, like, music industry international showcase event that we host also in Wrexham City Centre. I think it just showed what an exciting kind of dynamic place Wrexham is. You know, it really, if you'd never heard of Wrexham and that was the first thing you'd heard, you'd be like, wow, that just happened, and then they have this as well, and it's like, what a place. And to be honest, I think 2024 onwards, off the back of that momentum, you know, and that kind of building momentum, you know, it's only going to get more and more exciting and interesting for people, isn't it?